والصلاة والسلام على رسول الكريم وآله وصحبه أجمعين. Allah's name, alhamdulillah, we praise Allah only. Allah's name, most gracious, most merciful, merciful benefactor, merciful redeemer. As Muslims, we are obligated to witness there is no God but Allah, one God, whose proper name is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, his prophet and his messenger. And not only is he his prophet and his messenger, but he's the last prophet and messenger sent to humanity, sent to the world. There's no other prophet coming. And he, Muhammad the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, is the best human example for us. We have to know that Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the best human example for us. And with that said, as Muslims, only way that we're going to elevate and evolve as Muslims is that we bring Muhammad the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his life into our life. We make his life our life. That's the only way we're going to evolve as Muslims. We cannot be Muslims. We will not be Muslims, in fact. We're not Muslim. I'm on record. If we continue to be the way we are, that is not Muslim. We have to be Muslim. And we become Muslim by submitting to Allah, always, of course, but also accepting the life of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which is going to forge a change on us. Our life will be different. And I go so far to say that we are dream different. We are Muslim now, but we have an un-Muslim dream. I guarantee you, we are Muslims, but our dreams are non-Muslim, non-Islam. So once we get to the point where our dreams that we have be just like our faith that we have, Islamic dreams. We're falling off a cliff. We're asking Allah, Ya Allah Rabbi. We're asking Allah, our Lord, to help us instead of cursing him, whatever we normally do over that. So we got to get in our lives as Muslims the life of Muhammad the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I have researched it. I have looked at it. We got to make a complete change. We can't be the same people that we were before we embraced Islam. Can't be. How could we be? Because Islam comes into us and all of that stuff we got in us. Islam, the power of Islam, forges and push out that stuff till we become a new people. Till we become a people that we love for our brother what we love for ourselves. That's Muslim. That you can love to see your brother, love to see your sister progress. And in the process of doing that, you will lend them a helping hand. Not when they reach success. No, when you're struggling. When you see a person struggling, that's the best time to help him. When he's struggling. But when he reaches a level of success, now I want to help. That's not genuine help. The help is that when you see me struggling, trying to make it, trying to make ends meet, trying to do this and trying to do that, then when you extend the Islamic hand to brother, sister, family, community, I want to help you from the very beginning. And the Quran always put emphasis on the first of those. The Quran emphasizes, and Allah Ta'ala give importance to the first of those. The first of those who made hijrah. The Quran mentioned those people. The first of those who made hijrah. Who was there for the long haul. They never turn around. They have some recognition by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Those that the early Muslims who made the hijrah with the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they have a high regard for us. Praise be to Allah. I want to mention a few things that our community, we want to bring us up to date, that we're not just a loose-knit community. we're not just a little small community in Columbus, Georgia, by ourselves. We want to know that. It's important that we know that we're not just Masjid Alnour isolated. We want to know that we are a community of Muslims that is associated with a bigger community of Muslims in the United States. And that we came out of then called the Nation of Islam. We want to know that. We came out of that. And we went through transitions. We came out of the Nation of Islam that was under, at that time, we called him the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Because now you say, why you call him honorable? He was honorable. He was an honorable man. That's why we call him honorable. He was an honorable man. He was an honorable man that had a concern for our people. And that you have to be honorable and noble to have a concern for people that you don't even want to know. Not alone the ones you know. So he came and he began to teach us. He gave us an introduction. This is important. This is history that we have to talk about. See, once you lose and forget your history, you forget you. You have somebody else's mind in your brain, rather, in your body, in your mind. You have somebody else's mind in your body. So he came and he introduced us to two important things, which was very critical for our Islamic growth and development. First thing he introduced us, the language. See, this is the key. He gave us the language. And he gave us Allah. Then in the Arab, which we love our Arab brothers, came to us and told us about Allah. This little man, Elijah Muhammad, came and said, Allah is God. He told us that. He told us that Allah is God. And he told us also, don't be consumers of pork. Many things he told us, but these two key things, that Allah is God. That's what he said. He said Allah is God. I'm going to stop that right there. We ain't got to go do any commentary on the other part of it, but the main essence was that he told us who God was and who God's name was. And he said, don't eat pork meat. Get away from this wine. And many other things in between, he said. So he passed. Elijah Muhammad died in 1975. And another leader took over that community, which is the community that you and I came out of. We got to know this. We got to know this. Know that we're not just an isolated group of people running around doing whatever we want to do without help and support from other people. That's the idea. So in 1975, then the Honorable Emam Yahia Muhammad, rahmatullahi alayhi, took over the leadership of that community. And the Honorable Emam Yahia Muhammad, so it was already introduced to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and it was already introduced to the fact that pork meat consumption, or any other kind of way of dealing with it, was haram for us. So now Emam Muhammad, at that time, in 1975, and a little after, he came in and he introduced us the Quran Kareem. He said that the Quran is your book, the Quran is the book of the Muslim. And he said, take this book, study this book, learn this book, and follow this book. That's what he said. And he said one more thing. He gave us, he gave us the hookup. He gave us the whole hookup. He said, we had Allah already. His father gave us Allah, an understanding of who Allah was. And the Imam came and he said that now the Quran is your book. And he said Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is your Rasul. Is Rasulullah. Follow him. Follow Muhammad. Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Man, and that man, he freed us. Because we was in a mindset that we want to have a kingship. He broke it down and said, no, it's no kingship. No, there's no kingship. Allah is our object, and Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is our Rasul. And he said, I'm only your Imam. I'm only your Imam. That's what he said. He said, he said basically the same thing what Bakr Sadiq said when he became the first Caliph. He said, long as I follow Allah and Rasulullah, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, you follow me. But once I start following Allah and the Rasulullah, you don't follow me. Imam Muhammad said the same thing. Then, over a period of many years, 30-something plus years, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala called him, he died, like we all gonna die. Allah calls him to die. And me, I was thinking that surely I would die before the Imam would die. You know, my thing, because of who he was, how close I believe he was with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and how he was, how his character was, and how he cared about people, and how he cared about the Muslim people. I'll give you an example. Once we was in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, at a convention. And Imam had the platform, he had all the dignitaries, all the guests on the platform. I mean, big people, big shot people, the leaders of the city and all these kind of people. And so the Imam began this lecture, began to talk to us, and it began to rain. And I'm telling you, it rained in Philadelphia. Believe me, it rained in Philadelphia. So this Imam is talking, lecturing, and it started raining. Now they had a canopy. This is what I'm saying, and see it now. Him and his guests, his platform guests, was under the canopy. And they was protected from the weather. We was out in the bleachers. The Imam and his people was under the canopy, and it started raining. It started raining. So out of the respect that we had for the Imam, how could we leave the Imam because we were getting wet? We stayed out there. We with the Imam. So we stayed out in the bleachers. We get pounded with water. We getting soaked, wet. Guess what the Imam did? The Imam walked from under the canopy. And he was doing the putbah in the rain. Man, you know, that just blows my mind. Because he'd have to do that. And I'm thinking now, why did he do that? Because he loved his people. He was the same as his people. He wasn't no better. You know, he didn't have to do that. But he did that. And that impressed me so greatly. I said, alhamdulillah, look at this man. Which we would have gave him a bye. You know, we said, but man, you ain't got to do that. You ain't got to do that. He respected his guests, but he loved his people. Sure, said, hey man, that man crazy for doing that. No, he came out in the rain and got wet with us. You don't think that's significant and important? That's important. And myself, and I know the rest of us that was there, appreciated that from the Imam. Said, hey, Imam, he care about us. And the Imam said that evidently they care about me too. They didn't leave. They stayed the course. And he did the lecture. And then all of a sudden Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he told the rain to subside. Just like it started, it stopped. And the sun came out. And we finished, Imam finished the lecture. So what I'm saying is say that the Imam passed, he died. And they said, well, now the imam is dead, where's the leadership? Who's the leader for this community? This is what many of the brothers were asking us. Who's going to lead the community? It's like we've been led before by Quran and Sunnah Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That's how we're led. So then we broke the leadership down. We broke the community down in sections, 7 sections. It's important that we know that we're associated with a community of Muslims. We're not just, we didn't do all this that we're doing by ourselves. We didn't do it all. It just didn't magically presto happen. I guess it's a long history. So anyway, we're broken down, our community is broken down in 7 sections, 7 regions. And our particular region is called the southern region, because we're in the southern part of the United States. And in that region, we have basically 6 states in our region. 6 states. Help me name them. Alabama, Georgia, Florida, Tennessee, South Carolina, Mississippi. So now we as a region, this masjid here, this ain't no masjid by them, no small place by themselves. But we are associated with 7 other masjids. And those 7 other masjids is associated with the rest of the masjids in the country. So we want to say that. And not trying to tip my kufi, I just happen to be the convener of these 6 states of the South. That's my responsibility. I convene. I call the imams, and we meet, and we discuss issues that's important to our Islamic growth here in the South, as well as in the whole United States. And so we got to know that. We got to know that we're not just a people, a community of Muslims just isolated. We are connected with other communities of Muslims and imams in the United States. We got to be clear on that. And we just left a meeting Saturday in Albany, Georgia. We had many of the imams from the South, not all of them. It would be a blessing if we can get everybody together at one time. But it's difficult. That would be a blessing if we had that type of love for that. But inshallah, we're coming along. We're growing, inshallah. And we met in Albany just yesterday. Had a meeting of the imams, and we discussed issues and things that's going on in the community, things that we want to do and see being done. We had, each year, we have a regional report so we can send out to the nation. And that report consists of things that we are doing in our particular region.